Ho, ho, ho. Let's talk about Christmas, everybody. John Russell here, psychic, paranormal investigator, and published author. It's been a while since I have done a video, and I was interviewed over 70 times this year on various podcasts, radio shows, and etc., which has really been a thrill and an honor, and got to talk about a lot of things that are extremely important to me. Hopefully, get that information out to help other people. But it's tired me out. And I took a break for the holidays from my podcast. Even took a break from writing my third book just to enjoy this season, this holiday season with friends and family, and just because I needed the rest. Now, here you hear my oxygen concentrator going in the background. You see me on oxygen. I've been on oxygen for a number of years, but of late I've had the necessity to increase it and to be on it more often, more frequently. As a matter of fact, the other day when I did a reading for a client, I had to use oxygen while I was doing the reading for the client. That was a first. So the reason for the shortness of breath and the increased oxygen and so on and so forth, I have numerous chronic and some severe or semi-severe health issues that I've had since I was a kid. You've heard me talk about spiritual healing and that I believe spiritual healing works and that I've been able to actually heal others, and that is all true. And you've also heard me talk about falling woefully behind with my own health issues when it comes to spiritual healing and not understanding why. There's the concept of the wounded healer, if you want to check that out. Maybe it's so, maybe it's not, who knows, I don't care. This is my life experience, this is my reality, so down the road I go. But of late, I had a severe asthma attack that I couldn't get under control with my medications or by any other means. And I had to call an ambulance and go to the hospital. I was in the hospital 3 days, 2 nights. And they discovered also that I have a tiny bit of a heart murmur, that I have sudden onset of congestive heart failure, or early congestive heart failure. And we're working on all of that. I did an echocardiogram that came back. My heart is good. Thanks God. Thank God. Thank goodness. And thank you for all of your prayers. Some of you knew. Some of you sent prayers while I was in the hospital. I had to call the ambulance. Had to get there, and I woke my poor old lady up by saying, "Hun, I'm calling the ambulance. I have to have oxygen. I can't wait." I couldn't use the little portable oxygen in our car. So when they got me in the ambulance, they put me on 2 breathing treatments and a CPAP with forced oxygen, and got me to the ER and got me stabilized, and then got me in the room and began to treat me and so on and so forth. So that was my early Christmas this year. So I know Christmas holidays can be difficult. And additionally, many, many long years ago, my mother died 2 days before Christmas. So Christmas is a joyous, happy time of celebration and lights and food and gifts and family and fun. And for a lot of us, it's a time of privation, illness, sickness, hospitalization, the realization that we are without loved ones, friends, family, those that have died and have gone on. I've lost way too many people in the past couple of years. And so it can be a time of loneliness, it can be a time of heartbreak, it can be a time of sorrow, and that's what I want to address. Find something to hold on to, no matter how difficult times become. And it doesn't have to be this great, grand, glorious, spiritual, religious, psychological experience or belief or whatever. It can be the simplest thing. And that's usually the thing that's the best. So when you're feeling down and out, and you're feeling alone, and you're sorrowful, and you're depressed, and you're unhappy, realize something. That will pass. That will pass. And you can do some things to help it pass. For one thing, don't stay alone. Get among friends, get among family, get among loved ones. Find somebody to talk to, and find somebody to laugh with. Yes, laugh. Yes, this goddamn life is motherfucking serious. I thought I was gonna die, and I maybe nearly did. But you know what? I'm finding things to make me laugh. to exhibit joy in my life, to have joy in my life. And you need to do the same. Find a friend that makes you laugh. Find a TV program that makes you laugh. Find a movie that makes you laugh and watch it over and over and over again. And force the fears and the worries and the depression and the loss and the bad memories out of your head for a while. And begin to do that as much as you can. Take care of yourself as much as you can. Exercise, walk, meditate, whatever you can do to make yourself feel better and to feel like you're taking control of your mind and your body and your emotions and doing something to make things a little better for yourself. And then there's the simple, easy things. Read a book you love. Buy yourself a new book. Go to the movies. Go out with friends. Go out for a good dinner. Are these things stopgaps? Are they temporary? Are they band-aids? Yes. But guess what? That's what they do when you go to the ER. They put a band-aid on you. They get you fixed. They get the bleeding, so to speak, stopped, and then they work from there. So yes, these things are temporary. They're band-aids. They're not lifelong solutions most of the time, but they help. I'm going to show you something that helps me. I collect Swiss Army knives, and lately I have begun to collect the Christmas editions because I like Christmas. Christmas is one of my favorite holidays. It brings me joy, light, comfort, hope, cheer. And every day I ask God in all seriousness, let me see another Christmas. Let me make another Christmas. But they're little Swiss Army knives. I collect them in Christmas editions. I collect them in other editions. And when I'm sitting here at my desk and I look down at them, they make me smile. They make me feel good. Such a simple, easy little thing. But behind all of these knives, there is a long and involved and deep personal history and story. And so they act like a little time machine to take me back through good times in my life. And when I was in the hospital, I took a picture of these on my cell phone and sent to someone, and it was still on my cell phone. And so when I was in the hospital, I would open up my photos and I'd scroll through them, and I would come to this picture of my Swiss Army knives, and I would smile. I would feel happiness for a moment. I would feel good for a moment. So anytime things were getting me down, multiple blood work, multiple tests, multiple this, multiple that. I'm on like 9 trillion pills a day and on oxygen and on breathing treatments and on and on and on and on. And now I get this news about my heart and on we go. And when all of that would get to be just a little too much, I'd find something on TV that I enjoyed. And sometimes I'd just leave it on in the background for noise in the room. And I'd scroll through and I'd look at my picture of my Swiss Army knives waiting for me at home. And I'd smile. And I carried my tablet with me to the hospital. My wife brought my tablet up. And I would find one of my favorite books and I would read it a little bit at a time to savor it, kind of stretch it out. That brought me joy. We have to do the little things that get us through, that bolster us, that help us, that prop us up, and enable us to fight back against the struggles and the sorrows and the heartaches and the illnesses and things that we're going through. And we can. And the key is not to focus on the illness, not to focus on the sorrow, not to focus on the heartache, but to force those out of your mind by finding some happy things to focus on and forcing that into your mind as much as you can. And every time you get down, go to that little helper, whatever that is. I like to sit and look at the Swiss Army knives. I like to read favorite books. I'm very fortunate that I enjoy the company of a woman who we've been together for 23 years now. And she's been a support and a comfort and a help. And especially during this time of hospitalization and some serious health worries here, she supported me, helped me get through, encouraged me, uplifted me, and on we go. So some of you may not have that in your life. Find someone reliable and trustworthy that you can talk to, that'll help you, that'll be there for you, that'll understand. And don't just sit in the mully grubs though. You don't want somebody that'll just come, yep. Golly, life is hard. Yeah, it's rough. Oh boy. You don't want that. You want some sympathy, yeah, but you want somebody to say, you know what? Let's go get something good to eat. Let's have some fun. Let's talk about some good times. What's the best time, the happiest memory you have in your life? What little things around do you have that you enjoy? Tell me the story about those things. I could tell you the story about this knife that I've had for decades and decades and decades, and I could tell you the experiences that go behind this knife, all the adventures, all the moves, the jobs, the histories, everything about this knife, and it's been a dear and faithful friend and companion for all these years. That brings back a lot of memories. Get somebody to ask you that, what do you have that's valuable to you, that has great memories to it? Tell me the stories behind those. And then do that repeatedly. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep moving forward. Keep trying. And just remember that you're not alone. Just remember that you can find someone out there as a listening ear, as a helping voice, and help yourself. Do everything you can to strengthen yourself, to enjoy life, to make your circumstances enjoyable. Don't give up. And I know it's a hard season. It's a difficult season. Make it easy for yourself, okay? I'm praying for you. Enlist others to pray for you. Pray for yourself. Pray for others. Get with others. Find joy this season. Make joy this season. Create joy this season. Keep a positive outlook. Keep hope. Keep moving forward. Divest yourself of things that drag you down or that worry you or that are negative. And surround yourself with as much positivity as you can, and keep holding on and keep moving forward. I love you. God bless you. I believe God does love us, and God bless us. And you keep hanging in, and I will talk to you again soon. And have a Merry Christmas, however you have to do it. Love you. God bless. Bye-bye for now.